and welcome back. So today we're doing another Geoguessr players play along, and this time it's a Brit, because we do have some Brits that actually know how to play this game. So we're doing it a Geoguessr play along, and it's for Wetherspoons in the UK. So as a connoisseur of a few drinks, I may have been to a Wetherspoon or two, although not the best beer in Wetherspoons anymore. But hopefully I know this. It's going to be UK based only because it's Wetherspoons. And I really hope I know my own country, but let's see. Let's get into it.
Right, bit of a fun map here to play today. All the Wetherspoons.
I'm doing the front screen again like I did the other day. Hopefully you prefer this. Do let me know in the comments.
I'm not going to call them pubs. In fact, they're kind of killing pubs off. They're kind of like
That's
a super pub that you find.
That is one way of looking at it. That is an interesting take on what Wetherspoons is. So I used to be in pubs with my mother, and that used to have pubs when I was younger. So it's an interesting take on Wetherspoons. I wouldn't say it's necessarily killing pubs off, but I don't know quite where Geoguessr is from. If he's from the countryside originally, like I am, then it can feel like that. Because at Wetherspoons, you'll never find a dartboard, you'll never find a pool table, you'll never find bar skittles or bar billiards or even dominoes. So yeah, it can feel a lot like that. It's not really a hub. I think the best way of looking at Wetherspoons is it's a bar rather than a pub, I guess. Bars you just go to drink, whereas pubs, especially in the UK anyway, for pubs, you go in to have a community. That's a bit different, I think. So I kind of get where he's coming from.
Centres, city centres, with really cheap beer, and they don't play music. It's just
that depends on what you mean by
bustling
cheap
atmosphere.
beer. I mean,
and to be honest, thinking about it, why am I doing this? Why am I advertising Wetherspoons? They do kill off the pubs, but nonetheless, we've all been to them. We've all got pissed in one, and I think it'll be fun.
Wetherspoons is probably the cheapest beer you can get in the southeast, I'd say. But
based on the Wetherspoons in which we're outside of. Maybe we'll see some drunken louts or some piles of
quite possibly
some other disgusting sight.
I mean, it opens really early.
It is Britain after all. So let's see what we find here on this all the Wetherspoons map.
Okay,
there
what
are
we got?
over 500 locations, which makes perfect sense.
So I'm just going to play along. Just going to see how I do.
Everywhere. Maybe
going to give my prediction from things.
My hometown, which does have a rather interesting Wetherspoons.
Oh,
here
where
we
is
go.
your
Let's
hometown?
play it. Yeah, I'll do a challenge link. I'll do no move, and that's it. We don't need a time limit, but
yes.
The challenge link means that you can play along and try and beat my score. If you're not sure how that's going to work, look at the instructions in the description and see how you can play along without ruining the video.
See, for me, I'm just playing along like this because I don't like to. I'll be honest, because on my Geoguessr at the moment, I'm playing with the round the world stuff, and it feels like if I click away from that in any way, that it messes that up. So I'm just scared of that. Plus the fact I don't need to be exact. We're just having a bit of a laugh, and I want you guys to play along as well. And I'm not expecting everyone in the comments to be going to that link. Although if you do want to, go for it, because I mean he wants the challenge. But let's just do it on a simple thing here. I don't want to take it too seriously.
Wow. Look at that.
That's a beautiful building.
Right in the middle of the picture to begin with.
The
AJD Wetherspoon.
Okay, so the buildings to the okay, they look northern.
The chapel. So
these buildings, especially when you look at the windows, so these windows here specifically, they feel very northern. Now, from my accent, some of you may know, some of you may not. I'm from the southeast. I have a very kind of southern accent. I'm from below London, way below that. I'm properly southeast. So you'd imagine I wouldn't know it so much. My father, however, is from Yorkshire. And I used to spend a lot of time up in Yorkshire and in Lancashire, which I'm sure he would boo to. But I used to spend a lot of time up in the north. And there's something kind of uniquely northern about this. Even the chimneys as well feel northern. So I don't know exactly, but I'm going to say about that region, it feels very northern.
And here it is. And then right opposite the road.
Wait. I'm going to go back here. Go forward slightly. Okay. I want to... That's Blackburn. Okay, so we're in Lancashire. I'm not great at many things, but I do know area codes and stuff like that. I have relatives that have also been over in Blackburn. I've rung that dialing code. I have literally rung that dialing code for Blackburn. This doesn't look like Blackburn. I don't recognise anything else from it being Blackburn, but you have areas outside of it, don't you? It's, well, I don't know. People in other countries, let me know if you have very specific ones. At least here in the UK, it's more the kind of area, the district that something's in. You have the main city number, which for this would be Blackburn, but then you have like little villages and stuff out by. So I'm presuming this is a village nearby. It's got to be. I mean, it doesn't look like Blackburn itself, so I'm guessing it's one of the ones that come off of it. There's like 5 or 6 other villages nearby Blackburn, so...
The Crunchy Plus Chicken and Pizza Bar.
It's a really weird name for a place.
Heaving.
Yeah, I think we're before opening times there.
Is that a marina over there? No, that's just a sort of square by the looks of it.
Building something.
I was gonna say it looks a bit Scottish, but we've got an England flag
there.
No,
that feels very Northern English, and that area code.
Flying in Scotland. Darwin.
Darwin.
That is a place, isn't it? That's a place in Yorkshire. Or Lancashire.
Not Yorkshire, it's Lancashire.
That could also cause some issues in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone doesn't know from outside of the UK, just Google War of the Roses. It hasn't really stopped. But I think I think Darwin may be one of the villages outside of Blackburn, so we'll go with that. That'll be my guess. So Blackburn, and then if there's a village called Darwin nearby, it's that.
Yeah.
I know there is a place called Darwin, like you said. I don't know if it's there, but if there is one nearby to Blackburn, it's there.
This was taken recently during COVID. Might explain it. In which case, there won't be many appalling sights to see. But Darwin, where's that? Darwin.
So you're near Blackburn there. Go Blackburn.
I'm sure I've been playing a lot of UK map recently, but that was a couple of weeks ago. But definitely a couple of weeks ago, I could have told you where it is, but it's here. Here it is, Darwin. In fact, I'll tell you what's in Darwin. That massive chimney that Fred Dibner climbed up.
Oh,
I'm gonna put a link to the
was
video
that
in the
there?
description, because
if anyone doesn't know Fred Dibner, the best way I can describe Fred Dibner is like it's not quite granddad, I don't think personally, very avuncular. You know, if you think of a Northern English kind of bloke that you'd get on with and you want to meet down the pub, it's Fred Dibner. Flat cap, glasses, bit chubbier, older guy that was just, manufacturing and engineering. He had a TV program, I think it was on BBC Two, but Fred Dibner, go and look up his stuff on YouTube. He sadly passed away now, but yeah, Geoguessr is the right kind of age, as I am, unfortunately, to remember Fred Dibner.
Fred Dibner is one of the greatest men to ever walk the earth. He was climbing up chimneys and steeples with no ropes, just ladders and a bolt and a hammer.
Old school bloke.
Carry on up. Absolutely.
Didn't realise it was a chimney in Darwin that he did that for.
About age 60, but I can't see that chimney. Maybe the Wetherspoons is blocking it. But here we go. Maybe that wasn't in Darwin. I don't know. Anyway, let's try and find.
He's going to be exact. See, this is what I'm very bad at. I never find the exact stuff.
India Mill Chimney. That's it. That's the one. Beautiful chimney. Check out that video.
That is some knowledge that I did not have, but now I do. If that comes up on a pub quiz, thank you very much, Geoguessr.
There we are.
I have thought about doing play-by-plays and things like that for quizzes. Because if anyone doesn't know, I do a lot of quizzes. I've been on a couple of TV shows. That's why you see my shorts, even though people think I'm faking it for some reason. Jesus, look at how close he is there. Okay, I'd have said Blackburn. Darwin, I wouldn't have guessed that it was talking about the place. I would have just seen Darwin and gone, okay, Darwin. I only kind of agreed with yes, it's a place after he said it when I went, oh yeah, okay. So I'd have just said near Blackburn. I would have been close because it is near Blackburn. That is one of the villages near Blackburn. But I wouldn't have been spot on. So, but yeah, if you'd like me to do a play along or anything like that for quizzes, let me know. Be interesting to do that, or just set a quiz for you guys. I do a lot of them on the shorts at the moment. Like I say, people think I'm faking them. I'm not entirely sure why I would. I am a quizzer. That's what I do. I've entered into several quizzes on TV. I do that. So, yeah. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. But let's get back to this.
That was cool. Next one.
Oh, where's
Corn
Angus?
Exchange.
Angus, okay,
Is that the
Scotland.
Wetherspoons?
Angus.
We're facing it right away, so maybe.
No idea where, but it said
whoever
Angus
made
on the
this map.
left there.
Shout out to you, by the way. I never get the names. I know it's becoming a joke, but thanks for emailing me this map and making it. Presuming it was you who made it. So there it is. The Corn Exchange, Brothock.
There's a
taxis.
Corn
I
Exchange
think
in
this one is
Kidderminster, I think, but
Scotland.
this is not it. That's the fact that it says
There's
Angus.
Still no drunkards outside.
It's got to be Scotland, surely.
Must be COVID. That confirms it. Marketplace, Angus Cycle Hub.
It's got to be. I have no idea where,
Scotland
but
for me.
it says Angus.
Graves.
Gravesend. What? Okay, so I'm trying to get my guesses in before him to try and not take as much of it. But Gravesend's in Kent, which is southeast UK, southeast England. So Angus is very Scottish. I've been to Gravesend. This doesn't look like Gravesend. But Jesus Christ. I mean, if that's Gravesend, if that is a council notice, then we're in Kent.
End. Okay, Arbroath Heritage.
Oh, okay.
Lots of clues here.
He's got better eyesight than I do. I did not see the Arbroath.
Nearly
Okay,
shut
yeah,
myself
Scotland.
then. I thought we were in Kent, which would have been embarrassing.
There you go. So I just had a... When he saw Gravesend and I saw it as well, I was like, wait a minute. But no. I wouldn't have been able to know where Arbroath is. I'd have just gone click Scotland.
No,
So
there it is. It's
again, this is
Scotland,
why I
coast
do it a
from
bit more
Dundee.
informally like this, because I'm not one of those people that goes for the
Arbroath.
roads exactly and things like that. Because half the time I can't find the
We
bloody
find
country, let alone the
Wetherspoons. Yes,
city
we
and
can. It's
town
right
and
over
road.
here. The Corn Exchange, and this is where we are. Gravesend is the street name, and I can pretty.
I mean, I've
safely
heard of
say
Arbroath,
that
but
we are
Jesus,
there. Can I? Yes.
my God!
5
Again,
yards.
look
We're
at
getting a
that.
perfect score on
Absolutely
this one.
exceptional.
I'm putting it out there.
Okay, where's
Right.
this?
Here's our next Wetherspoons. We've got to be near the sea because look at that.
Oh, that
old
building.
board.
This is Canary Wharf.
And
That's
we've got water.
I've seen that building. We're in Canary Wharf. We're in London. Yeah, yeah. And the buildings look right as well. The buildings are very kind of London-y. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, I think that's Canary Wharf.
Down there. That is a big coastal building.
I feel like I may be completely wrong, but it feels like Canary Wharf.
That might be in Liverpool.
I don't think it's right for Liverpool. The buildings aren't right.
Apartment buildings in the docks.
The buildings are
I'm not
not
sure.
right for Liverpool, I don't think. You get a lot
Here
more.
we've got
So
more
the
historical
red brick
things.
over there. So the red brick here, that is Liverpool-esque, but Liverpool has a lot more red brick than London does. I think if this was Liverpool, then you'd see a lot more red brick. But it doesn't have that. I'm sure we're in London. It feels very London to me. And I'm sure it's Canary Wharf. There's something about that thing there. I've spent a lot of time in London, as most Southerners have at some point. So
Back up Liverpool. Some large buildings over there.
yeah.
That,
I think I'm going to stick with it.
Badger building.
The Badger Bird is an interesting one. I don't know what that is.
Is that Bodger or Badger?
Bodger
Either way, I ain't
and
eating the
Badger.
mashed potato in that establishment.
Okay, just I love that he just says stuff like, because I try and be like, hey, that's a very specifically English thing. I love the fact he just says it, just for the inside joke. For anyone that doesn't know, Bodger and Badger is an old kids TV show. He is definitely my age. He's got to be within a year or two to be get the same references. Bodger and Badger was a TV show with a guy that was known as Bodger, and he had a puppet that was Badger, and it was a badger, and they'd Bodger, and Badger loved mashed potato. Specifically, he used to do like smash, like instant mash, a lot more, I suppose, because it meant he could get the mashed potato quicker. But it's Bodger and Badger, Bodger and Badger. Da, 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 da. Don't blame me. I didn't make the goddamn show. It was fun though.
right.
Very English, very English. I wonder if anyone in his comments got that.
Okay, shall I get into Liverpool then? Because that's...
I really think it's London, but he's... I don't know.
It's kind of the wrong direction.
He's more northern than me, so maybe he's right.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Let's go in there and see if we can find the bodger or the badger. Okay, so where I'm thinking is around here. You know, what's that? Liverpool waters temporarily closed. But these are the docks. I'm thinking Alexandra Tower.
Oh, if he's right, I'm going to be annoyed.
No, I can't.
The buildings just don't feel right. Like I say, red brick.
I'm doubting it's Liverpool.
Also, anyone else that's in the UK, anyone that's in the UK that's like that knows Liverpool, that knows London, things like that. Before any of this, just tell me if I'm right, because I feel in my head Liverpool, a lot of the north, far more red brick. And I know there's going to be people going, Liverpool's not the north. It fucking is to me. I'm below the Watford Gap. London's north to me. So, like, red brick is London, isn't it? Is Liverpool, isn't it? Like, I feel, so, like, a lot of the West Midlands and then over to Liverpool is a lot more red brick. And it just, that's what is making me go, well, and that building, I feel like I've seen that building somewhere. That's why I'm saying Canary Wharf specifically. But, yeah, anyway, if anybody is out there from the UK knows that, tell me.
Just as I said that I'm definitely going to get a perfect score. The Lodger building, I think that says.
That's Lodger, okay.
So it's not Bodger or Badger.
And they are far away.
The Lodger building.
I really hope someone got that reference.
Change anything here? Have I scanned over that?
I don't know.
No, it's just Liverpool waters, isn't it? Right, okay. Back to square one then. We can get this because that's a tall building. That's the way I'm looking at this. We know we're by the sea because it's maritime. That's a tall building. God, I still think we're here, you know. I really do. I think that is that building. Look at it. Look at the shape of it. You can even see the shape.
I don't think so.
It's definitely similar, but then we've got no.
I think he's in the wrong.
Here.
I think what he's done is what I do most of the time is he's zoned in where he thinks it is, and then he's not giving up of that, which is actually what I've done with Canary Wharf. But yeah.
Also, that building goes right up to that, and on the map it doesn't. It's really far away.
I love him breaking it down though.
It's there, and we're just
helpful.
not. There's nothing there.
Peter is best at that.
The map is lacking in detail. Right. What other city could this possibly be? I want a perfect score, by the way, so shut up.
I would never think to do this to get a perfect score, because I don't think I've ever, in fact, I say I don't think, I have never got a perfect score. The most I've got is like 20,000 something.
Could it be Canary Wharf? That sort of area.
Yes!
Am I disregarding that?
So I think he's disregarding Canary Wharf in the same way that I'm disregarding Liverpool. We've both set our minds and stuff, and that's it. Which you do when you plan to go with this trivia. I am almost convinced it's Canary Wharf.
No.
It feels right. The buildings feel right for London.
I don't know. Could it be Belfast? Maybe Belfast.
I don't think it looks right for Belfast.
Have a little look.
Doesn't feel right for Belfast. Not to me anyway.
The docks. There aren't really any docks that close to.
See,
the
this is the easier bit for me for this. Like you put me in a. Whenever I've done the English ones or the UK ones, it puts me in a fucking field. I don't know that. Put me into a building, I can get some of it.
Very Irish though, does it? Like, could this really be Ireland? No, because of the number plates. So back to Liverpool it is. It didn't add up on the map, but I'm just kind of...
Okay.
Just going to say...
How are we going to do? How are we going to do?
Even though I don't think it is. And that the map is lacking in detail. So here we go. Where do I go? Jesus. I'll go there. Be intriguing to see where this actually is. It was London.
London?
And it was Canary Wharf.
Yes! Come on!
Well, for God's sake. It's the
It
Ledger
just looked
building.
right.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
He's not happy. See, I think the difference is here. He is more northern. That accent. I don't know where he's from, but he's definitely from more north than me. And honestly, he may not have been to London as many times as me. And I think that may simply be it. That even if you look at the maps a lot, it's your own country. If you've been there for some things, that style of building, the whole thing, the fact that it's red brick in Liverpool, yeah, that just felt right for Canary Wharf for me. I hate it when this happens, but it was the vibes. I say I hate it when it happens because I hate it when people respond to me going, yeah, it's just the vibes. But damn it, it does work sometimes.
That's north. The building is north, right?
The Lodger building, yeah.
So what the hell is going on there? The compass is wrong. That's not wrong, that's the map. The compass is wrong, right? Annoying.
Well, clearly it helps that I never look at the goddamn compass. I never know it.
The three
John Scots. Scotland? No, but
where could this one be?
So this again, red brick feels more northern.
Oh, have we got drunkards coming out? Maybe a bit worse for wear. Maybe spent a couple more hours than they should have done. And they've walked out and the lights hit them.
Oh,
taking
absolutely. Something that you may not know about Wetherspoons. Wetherspoons, I think, do the same as casinos do in Las Vegas, but they lower the lights. So they basically stop light coming in from outside, and there's a specific reason. It's so you don't know what time of day it is. That's why you can go in some pubs and, the lights will hit you when you go out. But if you go into a Wetherspoons and then you go out, it will hit you much, much harder because you don't really know what time it is. And that's the whole purpose. It's lower lighting, so you go out into, oh my God, bright sunlight.
Down the steps there, but no, nothing too embarrassing.
Again, the red brick makes it feel more northern.
Three John Scots. I think our biggest.
Which, granted, that's Midlands and above to me.
These big buildings over here. What's that? Kind of looks like St Paul's Cathedral, but a modern version of it. Okay, nice church. Again, red brick. Lowgate House. Burstall's Solicitors. Burstall. Well, there's a Burstall in oh my God, Staffordshire. Burstall. There's a place called Burstall is it called Burstall? I'm sure it's called Burstall in Staffordshire. So my guess, it's like one of the 7 towns that make up Stoke-on-Trent. So you've got Stoke, which is in the centre, then you've got Hanley and everything else. One of them, I'm sure it's called Burstall. I'm sure it is. But that would be my guess for that. I used to live in the Midlands, so Burstall would be my guess. So if it is Burstall, I'd say Staffordshire, one of the parts of Stoke-on-Trent. That's the only guess I'd have. Okay, this could be one that we
and because it's the Midlands, to me, north. Because there's no
real clear-cut clue, is there? And
that's the only thing I can guess.
Score out the window.
But this doesn't really look like Burstall. But
city centre.
The Burstall solicitors could be from Burstall.
But it's clearly a big
city. And they just have different offices.
Could be something like Nottingham.
Or it could be. It's not Hanley. It's not Stoke.
The old building.
But there are Stafford. By the way, I've not been to Stafford, weirdly, even though I lived in Staffordshire.
Occupy very old historic buildings. That's kind of their thing. In Aldridge, my little hometown.
He's from Aldridge. Okay, yeah, he's more north than me.
That they took over, which was a bingo hall for years. But sometimes they're very historic buildings, like courthouses or libraries, which this one probably falls under that category. So
as well, yeah.
They are interesting places to go. What city this is, I don't know. Let's have a little look. I'll go into Nottingham.
Burstall. I mean,
got to be very careful.
My guess is more to the left because that's Staffordshire and Stoke-on-Trent.
Because it would take ages. Some of you I know would like me to persevere and do that. And you know what? I will. I'll speed it up though. I'll search a couple of cities now for you. So Nottingham, we're looking for You know, this.
I do like the fact that he's got extended time. Maybe I should do these with the longer time period to see how I do on them. I've got to finish off my round the world trip though first.
A big church with the 3 John.
Which is on a Wednesday. Check out the whole series.
Not easy. Not easy and harder. The bigger the city, the harder. St. Peter's Church. Oh no. No, this is going to be hard because I don't have enough information. And there are a lot of...
I've only got, just because it says Birstall, and I'm sure something like Birstall.
It could be Derby.
So literally to the left, you can see it was there. It was off to the left. That's where my guess was. So left to his.
Northampton.
You can see Stoke-on-Trent. That's my guess. Is that area? I can't think of where else it would be.
It could easily be Reading. Let's have a little look. But the key thing is here, I don't have enough information. I'd have to be searching for the church, which are very hard to find on the map.
Yeah.
And the actual pub. So I'm just going to go with Nottingham and admit defeat with this one.
See what we got.
But again, it'll be interesting to see where this is. Hull.
Hull!
Another big city.
I actively said red brick, north. And I've said that. And again, yes, Liverpool, not north for some people, but I'm sorry. Liverpool is here. Manchester, yes, you're going slightly up to get to Hull, but it's bloody north, all right? Deal with it. It's along from Sheffield. You've got to call it north. Anyway, but I made that point. And then I went to Midlands. I just went to Midlands because of Birstall. And I'm probably wrong on that. But I feel like that's somewhere in Stoke-on-Trent. But yeah, red brick. Again, there was red brick. Red brick says north. I used my logic. I knew my logic and I didn't get it. And I was a bit further away from him because I was to the left because I said it would be around here. Because I used to live here in Leek. Okay, carry on.
Which I didn't mention. So that might have taken me a while to even get into Hull. But there it is. How easy would that be to find? I'd probably start over here. Does stick out on the map. But Hull. Yeah, I think that would have took me a while. So, phew. Last one is our last Wetherspoons, and this is an interesting one. Look, as I say, old cinemas.
This looks familiar. This
and they've kept the original sign,
town city,
or at least
24
paid homage to it. Wetherspoons, the Regal.
Picture house.
That's an Art Deco cinema. No two ways about it.
Very familiar.
Right, where are we? Is
it
the
what's
West
the
Midlands?
bus?
No.
Park Ride. Okay, that's Stagecoach bus.
Blue Arrow. Let's keep looking.
Park and Ride. Park and Ride is definitely Stagecoach. Tends to have Park and Rides more in the kind of bigger cities. So maybe we're looking at a bigger city. These flat tops feel like they may be university. I don't know.
Round. I like this. It's
I feel like I've been here.
The UK maps I have been playing.
Oh, where is it?
I am looking forward to going back to a pub in general. Obviously, but Wetherspoons. They have their time and a place. I mean, if you really wanted to...
Friday, Saturday night. That's the time and place for Wetherspoons.
Crap food. You could go in there at 8 a.m. and order a pint for about as cheap as £1.89. £1.89.
Unfortunately, it is American beer that you'd probably get.
$2.50. Some of the
Which, hey, I'm all for American beer if it's from Colorado. Otherwise,
and put it this way, you could get a burger, chips, a big meal.
Stagecoach Gold. I've only ever seen that in university cities. The gold one. I know somebody's going to be like, no, we've got them all over the place. I personally have only ever seen them in university cities. And they're cyclists, which does make me think it's definitely a university city because of cycling. But I don't know where. It looks so familiar, but I don't know why. It's not the southeast, I don't think. Where the hell are we?
And a pint for about £5.
Shift Direct.
It's incomparable in terms of prices, but I'm flapping here because I'm not sure. Wagamama, that's another good place to eat.
I don't like Wagamamas. They play Tetris with you when you want to eat.
Here.
If anyone's ever been there, no.
So
there's a lot of bikes.
I'm going to get a perfect.
A lot of bikes. Yeah, this is definitely a university.
Gods were watching intently.
It's a university city because of the bikes, but
and replied with, "We'll see about that."
Small roads.
I really don't know. I'm really
I've got a
struggling.
kind of half thought in my head, but
We do have nice historical old buildings like this one.
I know.
Park and ride. We've got. Look at this. This is probably our best clue, but I just can't read it.
It's too blurry. Can't see it.
But park and ride does indicate we're in a big city. Is that a cathedral in the distance?
It's like what I was saying.
Church. Could that be Salisbury Cathedral?
I've been to Salisbury. It could be because I feel like I've been here.
Salisbury, but let's try it. It's a cathedral with a tall spire, and Salisbury.
I don't think it's South. But I've been to Salisbury.
In Britain.
I mean, it's not. This is not somewhere I've been recently, but it does feel like somewhere I've been. But I think it's a university city because of the amount of bikes. And that's pretty weird, but that just feels right to me. Where the hell are we though?
George and Dragon. The road completely correlates. Avon Brewery, George and Dragon. No picture house.
Yeah, but
that's disappointing.
But this is.
That is disappointing.
But how up to date are they always? Is it always up to date? Could you just change its name? You can change the name in no time.
Okay, let's see where we were.
Where we got it?
Cambridge.
Cambridge.
Wow. There it is. The
University.
With
University. Probably the most well-known university city in England. Yes, it was a university city, and I've been to Cambridge many, 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 many times. Damn it!
Arts Picture.
I just couldn't place it.
Arts Picture House. So they do still
couldn't place
show.
it.
So the signs are there for a reason.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Damn.
And it's Church
That's
of Our
very
Lady.
annoying. Because I couldn't have placed it. I knew things
what's
about
the
it, but
church?
there's a
Not
lot of places like that
cathedral,
in England.
But Cambridge. Yeah.
That's a pity.
Hold my hands up. Didn't get those Cambridge vibes, which are distinctive. And there's the summary. 13406 in the end. Pretty naff. Good start. Naff. Rest. Yeah, well done if you beat me. I'm sure lots of you did. Even weller done if you got 5
Weller done?
correct cities. And even weller done than that if you got a perfect score. That's a great effort. You truly are a master of cheap beer.
Which I probably am. I think actually at the beginning we saw no one's got a perfect score on there. So maybe I will try it for myself and do it. But I thought it was fun to play along because it's fun. Because I could have gone away and done the map separately, but I like playing along like I've done with other maps because you get to hear their thoughts as well as yours when you're doing it. But yeah, I'm disappointed myself on Cambridge. Now, I don't know how many maps there are with this, but maybe I'll have a go at that myself and record one because it'd be fun. But yeah, I beat him on one town, one city. That's purely because of where I'm from. I think it depends on where he's from, and I got London. Otherwise, did not get Hull, did not get Cambridge, didn't get the other ones the same. Pretty disappointed with Cambridge because I knew I'd been there. I recognised it as a university city because of certain things. Could not get it. Oh, I feel like that was my best chance to really pin somewhere down, but there we go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. If there's any of the other play-alongs that he's done or anybody's done, let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to play along to them, and anything you think I should do on Geoguessr or anything else. But until next time, I'll see you again. Thanks, everyone.